Picture absolute darkness. You are hundreds of miles away from the nearest trace of civilization, surrounded by nothing but an endless ocean of ancient trees. Your only lifeline to the outside world is a battered two-way radio. Through the crackle, you hear a voice begging for help. Open the door, it's freezing out here. Your blood runs cold, because the voice coming from that speaker is your own. The Blackwood Ridge National Forest in Oregon is a place where people go to disappear. That's exactly what Arthur was looking for when he took the job at Tower 4. Fresh off a bitter divorce, this wooden box, suspended 50 feet in the air, felt like the perfect sanctuary. The job was simple: watch for smoke. The first 2 weeks were absolute, healing silence. Nothing but the scent of pine and the biting chill of the wind. But on the 15th day, the forest changed. The birds stopped singing. A dead, unnatural silence fell over the woods. On the 17th day, the storm rolled in. The sky turned a bruised, leaden black long before sunset. Around 2 a.m., Arthur was jolted awake by the harsh hiss of the radio. He dragged himself out of bed, the floorboards freezing against his bare feet, and approached the desk. "Base, this is Tower 4, do you copy?" he said. Silence. And then, cutting through the static, a voice replied, "Base, this is Tower 4, do you copy?" The cadence, the pitch, even the slight morning gravel, it was identical. Something out in the pitch-black woods was playing his own words back to him. The next morning, fog swallowed the ground. Arthur tried to convince himself it was just a frequency glitch, until he looked through his binoculars. Standing at the tree line, perfectly still, was something impossibly tall. Arthur locked himself inside. He radioed base camp dozens of times, but only heard his own voice, laughing back at him. As night fell, the storm returned with double the force. Arthur sat huddled in the corner, white-knuckling a fire axe. Suddenly, a piece of paper was slid under the door. It was a Polaroid photograph. It was a photo of him, sleeping. The picture had been taken last night, from outside, looking in through the glass. Something had climbed 50 feet up the tower and watched him. The radio sparked to life. His own voice whispered, "I'm inside now." At that exact second, heavy footsteps sounded from the roof of the tower. The wood groaned under a massive weight. The rescue team finally reached Blackwood Ridge 3 days later. The door to Tower 4 was securely bolted from the inside. All of Arthur's belongings were untouched, but Arthur was gone. No signs of a struggle. What lurks in the deep woods? Are there things out there capable of stealing our voices? Let me know your theories below, and never answer to a voice that sounds like your own. Subscribe for more.